Sorry about this if you're hearing me on YouTube. I don't think anyone. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, we're just going to use this first. I don't know what's going on. So let's go live. All right, so I have a bit of audio issue just now. Um, I guess if you're watching this on Instagram, you wouldn't have seen me trying to swap over the mics. But anyway, I'm Conrad Chua, and this is my series on, well, first thing in the what I call first thing in the morning. Try to do this when we have sunrise wherever I am. You can't quite see it, but yes, the sun just came up about 4 minutes ago. I'm a bit late. And today I want to talk about underestimating what you have. I could have played the song Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone over here. But really, I'm thinking about how people, individuals, but also companies and organizations, sometimes they underestimate what is really working because it's just so obvious sometimes, right? It's working. It's really not that obvious that it's really the thing that's driving you. And a really great example of that for an organization was Coca-Cola. Back in, I don't know, since anyone can remember, they've been locked in this battle with Pepsi. And in, I don't know, the mid 80s, early 90s, the executives thought, well, we need to get one up over Pepsi. And the way to do that, they had these scientists, marketing people doing focus groups, and they figured out, okay, we can do this with a new formula. We've tested it, blind tested it on people. They actually love this new formula. So we're going to bring out this new Coca-Cola. And people hated it, right? And the company had forgotten that what got them there was that huge brand of, you know, how to say it now, but Americanism, right? That people all over the world loved, connected with one another, and you change that, right? Even though it might taste better, but then you unravel what's so special about Coke, right? That sound when you pull back that tap and you hear that fizz, that's a sound that everybody in the world who loves, drinks Coke, they know. And when you, even though it might still sound the same, but if you knew that, well, the chemical composition of that drink is different, it's just not the same. It's really not the same. So um, I think that speaks to, in a way, when we in the business schools keep thinking or keep teaching our students about the technical side of things. Let's test it out. Let's change things, A/B testing, all this. When actually we still haven't figured out how to measure that essence of what makes a brand great, what makes people love that brand. So have a think about that, right? We can also see it in a more modern day context. I remember maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a huge movement about, let's, setting aside what you feel about climate change, you really need to divest from oil and gas because those are just sunk assets, right? All these companies' share values were based on the value of the assets that they had in their oil fields. And there was a movement to say, well, those are all frozen assets. You should just write the value down to zero because of climate change and the move to decarbonize. And what have we seen in the last couple of years is actually that's not true. The world still needs fossil fuels. It will need much less fossil fuels going into the future, but you still need it. And so there is value in those assets. And that's one of the things that we have to think about, when we bring in new people, consultants to a company. What's their incentive? Their incentive is to just say everything is bad, rip it up, and we need to go to a new thing. And I think smart company executives know actually there's still value in most cases, all right? There's still value in the assets that you have. That could be the IP, the relationship with suppliers, distributors, customers. And what you need to do is to have that orderly transition to the new. And think about actually what is it that your customers, your suppliers, distributors really loved about you, and use those assets for as long as you can. So anyway, that's my little talk for the day. First thoughts, first thing in the morning, right? And now I've got to go back, fix myself some coffee, and figure out what the hell is going on with my microphone. So thanks everybody.